So when we're doing a complete workout, as we talked about in our last video, the first thing on our list is our posterior chain movements, our hip dominant movements as we call them. This is the one that people overlook in their training and then make mistakes with, or just flat out leave out most of the time. Mostly because there's no equipment in a regular gym designed to actually train this area outside of a leg curl machine. And there's just a lot of confusion on how to do these properly. The third reason, the one that's most important, is that most people don't have the correct posture and they don't understand the correct form when they're shooting this video. In order to do that, we're going to go through a couple things today. We're going to show 3 different exercises. One's a very simple one, one's a medium progression, one's a little bit more of an advanced one. These are all critical to training the muscles in the back of the body, the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, the shoulders. All of those things all those muscles that make up the rear part of the body, they get screwed up because we sit all day. We sit in our office chairs, we're on the computer all day, working the mouse, get stiff neck. Then we go home, sit in the car on the way, we get home, have some dinner, then plop down on the couch and watch TV for a couple hours before we go into bed. All that sitting is terrible for the posterior chain. It causes bad posture, it causes your muscles to atrophy, it causes them to tighten. So what we need to do is reverse all of those effects. The first move we're going to do, and I use this almost every day in warm-ups with my group, is called a good morning. Now, a true good morning would be with a barbell on the shoulders. It'll be down and then up like this. What we use it for is a warm-up. It's an excellent way to use your body weight to warm up and to stretch the hamstrings, glutes, and then the erectors and the lower back. Put our arms across our chest, and then we lean forward. You notice as I lean forward, my hips go back. I'm pushing my hips as far back as I can. I get into this position, and I've got a nice straight line from the back of my neck all the way down to my hips. My weight is in my heels. I can actually rock back on my heels, and I feel a big stretch from here to here. This is exactly what we want. Arms are here, and then I come back up, driving my hips forward, and I'm in a standing position. When we do this, this is a fantastic way to warm up. As we get out of our chairs and out of our cars, maybe out of bed if we're doing an early morning workout, we're just getting that posterior chain stretched and strengthened at the same time. Now, if you can't do this move correctly, this is something to work on, and it's great to have a mirror next to you so you can check your form and make sure that you're getting those straight lines and you're feeling that stretch in the correct place. A lot of people round their back when they do this, and they start to feel the exercise in the lower back. It's not what we want. This is a straight back, get those hips back exercise. The next thing we do is called a hip extension. We lie on the floor, bring one leg up, and then I'm going to use my heel again to drive my hips straight up into the air, and I'm activating my hamstrings and glutes as I do this. It's just a down and then straight back up. We can either do these for a certain number of reps, or we can do them for time, and then when we switch to the other side, it's again using that heel to drive the hips up, get the hamstrings and the glutes and the lower back all working together. It seems like a very simple, almost silly sort of exercise until you try it. Once you try it, you'll really feel the burn back there. It's a fantastic builder of muscle and of flexibility, and it's one that you really can't do enough of. Great way to, again, use your body weight to work out and to get a great posterior chain strengthening exercise. Last one we're going to do is a little more advanced. This is our straight-legged deadlift. Now, when we're doing these, it's critical, again, to have good form and good posture here. The exact same movement, the exact same form that we had when we did our good morning, here's what we're going to use for our straight-legged deadlift. I have a soft bend in my knee, straight lines from my shoulders down through my butt, and then again, driving the hips backwards. Shoulder width grip on the bar, lower the bar down, feel that big stretch in the hamstrings, and then pull up with the glutes. And what I'm actually doing, instead of using my shoulders to pull up, I'm driving my glutes forward and using the hips and the pelvis to finish the exercise. 3 simple exercises, ones you probably don't have in your strength training program right now. You need to get in there right now and do these. You can use dumbbells, you can use resistance bands. There's a million different variations. I've just shown you 3 simple ones. Get these in your program right now. These are fantastic. You'll feel them the next day. You're probably going to feel them every day you do them for a long time. But they improve the posture, they improve the strength, and they improve just how the posterior chain works, which is really critical to your exercise program. Get these in. If you have any questions, if you got any comments, get with me, get in touch, and get moving.